Yes. 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 Oh. Oh. So you thought you were out of the hot seat, huh, PlayStation? Oh, I'm about to go in on you. Slayer. Before I get into this video, I just want to say I appreciate everyone that is supporting me, and I would appreciate it if you are new to the channel, if you could hit that subscribe button and that like button, because it really helps me get seen by the algorithm. Your boy President Q does news, reviews, and how-tos, and of course I do live streaming every weekend. So if you're down to support me and all my sexual charisma, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into it. So y'all remember all that praise I was giving the PlayStation in my last video? Well, I ain't gonna lie, their decisions as of late have been leaving me kind of concerned. Like honestly, the gaming community is so toxic. When it comes to these trolls and these fanboys, I don't mess with none of y'all at all. So it's people trying to brush off the CMOS battery situation. If you don't know what the CMOS battery is, it's basically a time battery that has about 10 or 15 years of life, and they put it in PCs, but now they're putting them in the PlayStation consoles as of I think 2 generations ago. And basically what happens is once the CMOS battery dies after its lifespan has ended, and you can't replace it by the way, then after that it's pretty much done. You can't play any more online games. You can't download games, you can't buy games, you can't use games off of your disc. It's pretty much dead. You pretty much got a brick and you gotta play whatever you got on that console. And even then, that's not a guarantee because sometimes that won't work either. Now, if you don't know what that means, let me try to simplify it for you. Let's say you have one of the new Apple phones. Somebody like me, I have a burner phone, my iPhone 6 or 7. I don't really know, but either way, after a while, Apple stops allowing you to update this phone and pretty much discontinues them completely. So there's no way to really get access to a phone like this, and also no way to really update this phone. So all the latest apps and all the latest games and all the latest anything, I cannot get on this. So I'm pretty much just SOL. Now, how would you feel if they're doing that with actual apps that you pay for, like the video games that you use? I'm talking $60, $70. Some people even have $100 collections on the PlayStation 3, and you're telling me I can't play those? Come on, son. And the fact that the new PlayStation and the last PlayStation and the PlayStation before that all have a CMOS battery in there shows that Sony, you've been doing some anti-consumer stuff, and I kind of wish that you would have told some of your customers, you know, before we ended up going out there and spending all our money on your console, because I'm pretty sure that would have swayed a lot of people's thoughts. Like for instance, me, I'm kind of considered an old head at this point. I've been playing video games since like the Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, PS1 era. So you can only imagine I feel some type of way that I can't play like 99% of those games anymore due to PlayStation's incompetence. There are some classic games and classic series that we'll never be able to see and people will never be able to get inspired by because they decided, you know what, backwards compatibility is not really that important. And I'm like, who are you to make that decision for the consumer to say that we're too dumb to understand that, hey, we don't need to pay attention to our past, we only need to look forward. No, sometimes you get inspiration from the past, just like musicians do. I mean, here's another great analogy. Look at The Weeknd. He's clearly inspired by Prince and Michael Jackson. So let's say if we were to remove all of their music, then that's a whole lot of inspiration that's going out the window. I firmly believe in the preservation of art, and yes, video games are art, but clearly PlayStation doesn't believe in preserving their history. And the weirdest part is when their fanboys hop on and say, yeah, we don't care about them old head games, we only care about what's new and what's popping. And I'm just like, what is up with you niggas and supporting these multi-billion-dollar companies? Y'all are overly loyal and overly biased, and it drives me nuts because I can't argue with you people. Your thought process is so irrational that it doesn't even make sense. I'm wasting my time and my breath trying to debate you fools. Now let's get to the next. PlayStation had a firmware update on the PlayStation 5, I believe it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago. They added compatibility for you to put your external hard drive in. That sounds amazing, right? Yeah. But wait, you can't play the games that are on your external hard drive. It's literally just there for storage. So I'm like, okay, it's good that you help expand the storage, but we look over at the Xbox and we see, oh, I mean, yeah, we have games on our external hard drive, but we can also still play them. So you're telling these people who had 2 terabyte hard drives to basically just throw it away or use it on their computer because they're not gonna get anything out of putting it on their PlayStation 5. Like what? What? And normally that wouldn't be a big deal in 2021, but the fact is mostly everybody has some kind of external storage these days, right? And then the base PlayStation memory is what, about 600, 700 gigabytes? Come on, son. That's like 2 Call of Duty games, Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead, and your freaking hard drive is filled out. Like, come on, bro. Now, one of my biggest beefs is that during the pandemic, last fall, y'all remember they announced, oh yeah, all of our exclusive games, they're gonna be $70. And I was like, wait, Sony, what? Like, why? I don't understand. I mean, most people are buying games digital these days, so you're really only paying for a file. Not just that, there's no manufacturing prices. They got rid of books. I mean, most games don't even have the manuals in the freaking cases. You don't have to worry about shipment fees or anything like that. So what exactly are we spending the $70 on? Because I'm not getting any DLC, I'm not getting any pre-order bonuses from that. There's nothing justifiable about a $70 price tag. Half the time these games be coming out broken, so you telling me to pay $60? Now you telling me to pay an extra $10? Let's say that you're somebody who only buys about 5 games a year and they're all exclusives on the PlayStation, right? And then let's go ahead and throw in the tax there. So, you know, it's probably like $72, $73. Bro, you telling me I'm paying a whole extra $60 a year that I could be spending on anything else? Anything else? I could buy a hooker for that much money. Not that I've done it before, but I'm just... Anyways, the fact that y'all think y'all can unjustifiably weasel y'all's way into people's wallets, especially when you got games like MLB that you're paying $70 for, and then you look over on the competition and we're over here playing it for $10 a month. Help me make sense of this. Come on. Another thing that I've kind of like circled back around on is my opinion on the controller. I love how the controller works. The mechanics of the controller are great. The design, and hear me out, the actual design is flawed. And there's one key thing that I feel really hurts it at the end of the day. It's literally this. It's this. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? It's the battery pack. For some weird reason, Xbox caught flack for having a removable back on their controllers, but after a while I started realizing, no, I like that option. I like the option of being able to buy rechargeable batteries, being able to buy company made batteries like from Xbox, or being able to just use Duracells or Energizers whenever I want and just run through those or whatever. It's a lot safer and it preserves your controller. That way you don't have to throw away your whole controller or spend another $60 getting it fixed to get the battery replaced. Now, with the PlayStation 5 controller and the PlayStation 4 was like this as well. They have irremovable backs. And it just came out that on a lot of these new consoles, the new PlayStation 5s that just came out, their batteries shipped with about a 3-year lifespan. So that means not even halfway through the generation, a lot of people's controllers are gonna have a super short battery, and you're gonna have to be playing basically wired if you want to use your controllers after 3 years. Rather than give your consumers the option to just, you know, take it off and replace the batteries once the actual max capacity becomes too low to bear, we basically have to throw another $60 or however much at a new controller. But in the grand scheme, I mean, that's a smart business move, I ain't gonna lie. But that's just so anti-consumer that I'm surprised people haven't picked up on that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think on my list of things that I do not like about what PlayStation is doing. But don't forget to hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share this video with any of my other gaming lovers out there. And I'll hit your ugly sexy face up later. I do news, how-tos, and reviews. I'll hit you up later. This has been your President Q. We out. Peace. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to check out my live streams